Hey, I want to take a quick look at a couple of the inductive studies you're going to be doing this week. They have a lot in common with one another. The first text is in Isaiah 40, verses 11 to 31. The second text is in Job 38. And the Job 38 one you're going to recognize. You've seen it, or you've heard it, or you've studied it times before. You might be surprised at how similar this text is with the one in Isaiah. In both cases, you're going to have to sort out a couple of basic things. Number one, you will observe very quickly that there are a ton of rhetorical questions in these passages. And rhetorical questions are an art form. The particular writer here is using these rhetorical questions to drive home some kind of a point, and that's exactly what you're trying to do, of course, in the inductive study, is figure out what point is this writer trying to make, and why in the world did he use one after another rhetorical questions. So seeing this, the form is one part of it. Then you got to go through and look at, well, what's in the content part of these questions. And so analyzing that, looking that over to see what things are raised in these rhetorical questions will be a second kind of a study you'll want to do. Third, you'll want to look and see if there are some contrasts in between ways in which the Lord is described and the ways in which humankind is described. So make lists to see which is which. Now, in certain respects, this passage is sort of like, it has the same effect as this little device on the web here that's called Scales of the Universe. If you've been with me in one of your classes, in this class together, you'll remember this sort of thing. Here's human beings and the domain that we live in, but we can zoom out a ways, and our place in the universe is we can begin to see ourselves in relationship to things that are bigger than us, but also in relationship to things that are smaller than us. And this particular tool is just kind of crazy because it goes down to 10 to the minus 36 to the Planck length, way below the level of atoms. And way up above our heads, we're coming back through our domain here again. There we are when we zoom out and go through the solar system and out into the larger universe, and 10 to the plus 27 to the entire size of the observable universe. This tool has a way of kind of putting us in our place, so to speak, and it does it in a certain kind of a way. My contention is that these texts are trying to do a similar sort of a thing. And I encourage you to take that as a thesis and look it over and see what you think the point is that these two writers are trying to make and how it is that they went about it. You might spend a little time in the discussion talking about, since these two writers employ the same strategy, it might be interesting to think through, is this a device that many prophets thought about, not just the one who wrote the book of Job, and not just Isaiah here, but chapter 40, 2nd Isaiah. What are the sort of standard arguments in this sort of line of argumentation, and again, what point are these writers trying to make? Look forward to talking with you more about this in the next few days.